And the vehicle that we're going to go about to monetize a small audience, your small audience, would be with Skool.com, which is the ultimate online community building platform. So you can build a community for your audience using Skool.com. Let's just run the math real quick here. As you can see right now, we are in this Excel sheet, which is custom made to look at how much money you could make with an online community. And so if you were to monetize your small audience on Skool.com, here's what you could expect. And let's just use the thought experiment of the 1% rule in these calculations. So here, as you can see in the variables table, you would input the amount of new members per month. So let's say you had 1,000 subscribers, and we'll apply the 1% rule here, that 1% of your audience converts into paying customers for your community. So that would be 10 members, new members per month in your community. And I've set it at $50 here for your community, but that can of course change depending on whatever pricing model you have in store for your audience. And so you can see here, month one has 10. And of course, we're accounting here also for a 15% churn rate. So if 15% of members leave this community a month, that is taken into account in this model. So month one, 10, 19 members, 26, and so forth. It's very approximative. You would have to tweak these values to reflect your circumstances better, but this is just to illustrate what is possible in this scenario. You can see the amount of revenue you would make. So the first month, 10 members paying 50, 500, 19 paying 50, 925, and so forth. And if you look at the L column, which is actually more of a W when you think about it, you can see the yearly revenue potential. So for example, if you had just 10 members in your community per month, this is what you could expect at the end of the year, which is $6,000. And so forth. If you had 57 members every single month in your community, then you would get around $34,000 at the end of the year. And as far as I'm concerned, these are more attractive numbers than anything that basic YouTube AdSense revenue could give you when you first get monetized as a small YouTuber. There really just is no competition. This is just to illustrate what is possible. And of course, again, if you use the 1% rule, maybe you're a bigger, smaller YouTuber. So maybe you have, let's say, 10,000 subscribers. What you can do then, if you consider the 1% rule, is just, well, you have, let's say, 100 new members that join every single month, and you implement that, and they're paying $50. And as you can see, you'll be receiving at the end of the first month $5,000, and at the end of the first year, if you just have 100 members in your community every single month, then you can expect $60,000 at the end of the year. So as you can see, it is very possible to monetize a small audience using something like a subscription-based online community. And again, of course, it's a lot more attractive than anything that basic YouTube AdSense revenue can give you when you first get monetized. God knows when that could possibly be, since it's a very slow grind. You might have all the watch hours required, but not enough subscribers. You might have all the subscribers required, but not enough watch hours. So it's quite a grind. And if you wanted to monetize your audience earlier, and if you wanted to provide some kind of value to your audience through a community, through an online community, and earn some money that way, you actually could do that. And it's very similar to actual in-person jobs in terms of the pay that you'd receive. So it seems like a win-win, at least in my books. If you're a small YouTuber looking to monetize and you don't want to go through that entire monetization YouTube grind, you're not going to wait, you're not going to go through all the hoops of fire to finally make 5 cents at the end of your first month when you finally do get monetized, then you can join the link in the description below. It's an affiliate link for Skool, and that way you can actually start your Skool community and start monetizing without having to wait for YouTube to give you AdSense revenue.